What's going on?
That old man is Yamoto. He's here from Japan, where he's a master. The other guy's Koi. Very dangerous and very fast. But he's got some new tricks that's sort of an insult to the old style. Yamoto thinks these tricks are useless against the classic fighter and is here to prove his point. The object of these fights is total concentration and control. They don't actually hit each other. Otherwise, one or the other would be dead. That's against the law.
I thought he wasn't supposed to hit him.
Probably one of Corey's new tricks.
You haven't said 3 words since the match.
Mm-hmm.
You practically murdered that guy.
Murder is only killing without a license. And everybody kills. Governments, the military, the police.
Do you?
All right. I wanted to share that movie clip with you. 1973, 1974. That's always stuck in my mind 45 years later. That's truly a great movie, The Mechanic. Had some great actors in there. It's directed by a British director, Michael Winner. And it was during a time when he was producing several movies that were kind of blockbusters at that time. That phrase always stuck in my mind, and just wanted to share that with you. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I think, we're kind of led to be, led into a path where, it's like everything that you see around you on the internet, TV, movies, it kind of leads you to where it's all driven for money. It's designed to separate you from your money. Whatever you look at, commercials, TVs have commercials, movie theaters. You have to, it's all commercial. I just the end result is that it kind of psychologically leads you down a path of like a dream world, so that it distorts the reality, and it distorts also your senses and your perception in reality. And there's a certain element of programming, but that statement was very profound. So, but we do see it around us. But you guys got to. I think for the most part, my audience that watches my channel are very intelligent people. And they know the difference between daydreaming and dreaming and what reality is. And that being said, I think that has what I just said there has a lot to do with cryptos. So going to Dogecoin, I think for the most part, I have a feeling for the most part the crypto world has stayed steady. We haven't seen any tanking or crashes, and I've seen some other YouTube videos that are really disturbing. It's all designed, again, to what I said earlier, to get your reaction and for you to watch their channels. But some YouTube videos suggest that Bitcoin is crashing. If Bitcoin goes below a certain level, it's doomed, and blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. It's going through some turbulence, and it's for many reasons. But I think China is cracking down on miners, and those miners also are in a country called Mongolia, and Mongolia is controlled by China. And my understanding is that they're cracking down on mining in that country, and also there's also news articles about China developing their own cryptocurrency, crypto coin. So there is a crackdown in China. Also, there was some interesting videos about the underlying corruption with cryptos, how it's designed, and how it is designed to get your money. So I have made a lot of videos in the past, and my skepticism is that there are a large group of programmers, maybe, I would say 90%, that is criminal in nature, and they eat and sleep mining and manipulating Bitcoin values, not Bitcoin only, but other crypto coins. And it's the intent is to reap huge windfall profits at a certain point in time. I haven't seen that yet. Bitcoin is hovering around 38,000, and don't forget, it was at $10,000 a unit. I think it was December of last year. So everything shot up, but then so everything went through the roof, and all the top 10 crypto coins are they've exploded, especially Dogecoin. You can see here it's $43 billion market cap, and I think most investors out there are forgetting the history on these coins. And just maybe 3 or 4 years ago, the market cap on Dogecoin was 300 million, and then it went up to 800 million just a couple of years ago, and then all of a sudden we're at 43 billion. So what am I getting at? I have a lot of skepticism. I really fear that there's going to be a lot of bloodletting at some point in the future. But as long as Fed Chair Yellen does not strike the hammer down on crypto exchanges, it's going to continue. There's going to be at some point in the future where it is going to crash tremendously, and how soon it recovers, I do not know. I cannot forecast that, but it will rebound. And the other reason why I've seen this crypto world explode with these coins is, don't forget, we had several stimulus spending, and it's catching up. So, inflation is going up. I did a video on inflation about purchasing power. I'll do another one, because what I like to do is, I can't do it right now, not in this video. Got to keep it short. But, the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar is really, it's really sad to see where it is right now. But I'm going to do a video on that, and I'll go back 40 or 50 years on it. But, so with the stimulus spending, and that really propped up the stock market and the crypto world, among other things. The supply chain as well, gas, food, real estate. Wow, real estate is really, Las Vegas, Texas real estate has gone through the roof. What used to cost $80,000 maybe 6-7 years ago, now you're looking at $300,000. So the housing prices are doubling. You have a lot of major companies, including Tesla and also Apple, building an R&D research facility north of Fort Worth. Plano, Texas, they've got all the big, the Fortune 500 companies moved in there in the last 30 years, and still they're still coming out there. So with the stimulus spending, it's propped up everything. It's not going to go away. In March of last year, I've seen price of silver go down to $12 an ounce. Now it's $28 an ounce. My ETF fund went negative, $14,000, and then it went back up several weeks after President Trump had signed into the CARES Act to pump money out there. So don't forget, if it wasn't for the stimulus spending saving saving us from certain doom, we wouldn't see all this growth in all the commodities, real estate, cryptos, and all that. We would not have it. So at any rate, I wanted to go to this article about Vitalik Buterin, who discusses Elon Musk's problematic Dogecoin scalability claims. So I'm going to post this article in my description below, in the description field. You can read it. I think this is one of the best articles that Yahoo Finance have ever published. But the Ethereum co-founder Vitalik had concerns about Elon Musk touting Dogecoin on its scalability problem. And due to the network, the Dogecoin network, there are increasing protocol parameters. Okay, so Buterin begins the post by questioning how far one can push the scalability of blockchain before immediately tackling Elon Musk's tweet about upping Dogecoin network parameters. After pointing out the complications of centralization and compromises on the technology, he says that there are important subtle factors that influence scaling. So he argues that it's crucial for blockchain decentralization for regulators to be able to run a node. He cites a striking example of how influential groups on a network, if they wish to change protocol parameters, could easily do so at the cost of regular users. What's stopping this from happening is the regular user that makes the network decentralized. In other words, users running nodes are the bulwark that opposes a network's takeover by potentially malicious actors. there you go. It confirms what I'm talking about the criminal element out there. And I truly believe that it's probably 80 or 90%, 80 to 90% of the game. And it's going to affect investors when it does happen on a wide scale. And we're gonna see the crypto world get hurt badly, similar to 1929, 1930 stock market crash. Okay, so there you go. Takeover by potentially malicious actors. He goes on to describe other ways how end users, by the role they play, prevent malicious actors from executing attacks. The optimal solution to this problem, he says, is to maximize the number of users that can run a full node. In order to do this, computation bandwidth storage considerations must take place. Okay, so I'm not going to go into computations bandwidth. It's down here in the article, but storage consideration is at the bottom of the article. So storage is very important. There is a computer called the Cray computer, Cray. It's massive, but it stores and it computes data faster than any other known computer. And then you also have quantum computers, and quantum computers stores data on an atom, atom, a physical atom. I won't go into quantum computers right now, but I don't think that for the most part it's being utilized for data storage. But let's move on with this article. Scalability is a problem that needs to be addressed as blockchain technology and apps expand, with gas fees in recent months already incredibly high, period. Buterin named storage as the issue that concerns core developers the most. In technical terms, this calls for stableness and state expiry. As for sharding, Buterin says that it's fundamentally gets around the aforementioned limitations. Ethereum's plan to use quadratic sharding, and he goes on to say that a few hundred shards is likely an ideal number. He concluded by stating that all solutions have limitations and upsides, with sharding seemingly the best option on the table. So what is sharding? It breaks down data where it's fractionalized. Sharding is the process of breaking up large tables into smaller chunks called shards, and that are spread across multiple servers. A shard is essentially a horizontal data partition that contains a subset of the total data set, and hence is responsible for serving a portion of the overall workload. So you can see here how you have tables of data, and it gets broken down into several smaller tables, and it's stored on basically multiple computers. And then, when they have to go back to that data, there was a thing called RAM memory. So with back in the old days, RAM would memorize how the data is stored on your hard drive. Now that's not used anymore. They use flash memory. But this is similar in effect, because there is a memory that has to remember where the fractional data is stored on different computers. So at any rate, this is how data sharding works in a distributed SQL database, and it's there. I mean, you can read it yourself, but what I want to get at is that I'm going to conclude this. I have a feeling that with Elon Musk, I think Dogecoin is really going to take off more. I just can't time it. But at any rate, that article purely states that there are limitations on parameters with Dogecoin, the blockchain, and it is being worked on. There was another article that I had posted in my previous video that Elon Musk is working with computer software engineers to improve the blockchain for Dogecoin. But again, why is Elon Musk all hyped up or really, loving this coin when we have all these other coins? Why not him creating his own coin? Well, I think he will be creating his own coin too, and he's probably doing it secretly. But Dogecoin might have some unique features that we are not aware of, and I think that once he's able to improve the blockchain, so the blockchain is not. It's not. There are, like we've discussed before, parameters. There's a lot of uniqueness that needs. There's a lot of wrinkles that need to be ironed out. Let me put it that way. So once all those wrinkles are smoothed out, then Dogecoin will be more efficient, and at the same time, I think the value is going to shoot. When it does, I just cannot time it. So at any rate, overall the markets are doing well, considering all the bad news. I don't see a crash. I really don't. If it was a crash, you would see this, Bitcoin going down to like 10,000, back to where it was just maybe 7-8 months ago. So anyways, guys, I'm going to conclude this video. Please help me out. Hit the subscribe button, smash the like button. It doesn't cost anything, and look forward to my other videos in the future. I'm going to be posting once a week, and then it'll be 2 to 3 weeks. I will do videos on land, investments, stocks, and automobiles. I work on cars. I have experience in that too as well. Accounting, I'll be going over that. But I want to, when I go through these topics, I want to give you my personal opinion on these subject matters. So there you go. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned for my next video. Good night. Thank you.